Yo, what is up, guys? Switch here, about to bring you the model tutorial everyone has been asking me. And I'm not talking about robot models, I'm talking about clan models and yeah, clan logo models, whatever you want to call them. And I just call them models. But yeah, this is like my fourth time trying to explain this. It's ridiculously hard for me to explain. I don't even know why, but it's so easy to do. And basically, we're gonna probably trying to recreate what I did here. We're just gonna do a little circle around. Look at this. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and alright, let's get started. I want to delete this one, and yeah. Alright, so you want to go to your tube. To go to your tube, go ahead and click on the cube, and go tube, and we're going to move it up a little bit, and rotate it facing toward us for right now. Zoom in a little bit, and then we're going to click on the tube, and then you want to go to your object. You see your inner, your outer, your rotation, your cap segments, your height, and your height segments. You want to go to your cap segments and change the number to 1 to 5, and you change your number from 1 to 5 again for your height. And basically what that did was just give you more than one selected thing to do. So if you were to look right here again, look right here, change it to 1, you wouldn't be able to select as much as you would be able to with if you change it to 5. So you can change it to 10, but you can put it up as much as you want actually, but you don't really need to because it's unnecessary and it's just ridiculous, and I only use 5 also myself. So yeah, now to be able to click on it, some say all you need to do is this. That's retarded. Like, you're dumb, bro, you're dumb. You want to go ahead and click on this one, second to last one, but then still you're not going to be able to click on it until you go ahead and right click your tube and make editable. Then you'll be able to click on your tube. But besides that, you can also use your hotkey by just pressing C on your keyboard while tube is selected, and there you go. So alright, we're ready to get started. Besides showing you a little bit more something about selecting stuff, so if you wanted to select more than one little square, and you can just hold shift and hold while holding it, still be clicking, and it'll allow you to select more than, or highlight more than one thing. So let's say if you wanted to highlight this whole entire ring, this right here, this whole entire thing, you wanted to highlight this whole entire thing all the way around, but you know it's ridiculous to try and click on every single one to go all the way around. So you can just go ahead and click UL, not click, go ahead and type UL really quickly, not hold U, because if you hold U, this comes up. Just go ahead and quickly type UL on your keyboard. It gives you this tool. You're gonna see this little square in your box or square in your mouse. So when you click on like one thing, and it highlights where you're gonna be clicking, and it clicks on anything that's in that same exact like, you know, region thing where the lines separate. So yeah, there you go. If not, if you want to go back, if you were to go back to here, you only click on one little cube and go UL again, and there you go. Shows you what that does. And that's going to be a lifesaver when you're doing a model and you're trying to do a speed art. Except for clicking every single one, it's too much work. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hold shift and click on also the, ooh god, hiccups, also the other 3 rings around it to get started. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you what these do right here. These 5 tools that you easily bring up by clicking outside your model, right click, and you see all these tools, and you want to go to your bevel, extrude, your extrude inner, your matrix, and your smooth shift. These are the ones you're going to be using for models, and yeah, also you're going to be using extrude mostly when you do, like, if you want to go ahead and go out with models and do robots and stuff like I'm going to be trying to start doing, but that's not what this tutorial is all about. So I'm going to show you what these 5 tools do real quick. If you want to go ahead and click on bevel, my voice like kind of cracked right there, that was really weird. And yeah, as you can see, it gives you the it's really hard to explain, but as you can see, it gives you the rounded, like a rounded circular type of motion. It's like type of like texture. Besides, when you go to your extrude, what this does is just pulls whatever's selected out, just like so. And make sure, one thing I forgot to explain in the beginning, is this is not what you're going to be using. This is not what pulls anything out. This is what just moves everything. To you know, use your tool, you're just going to be clicking outside, not selecting this. You're going to be clicking outside and just clicking left clicking, and either dragging your mouse left or dragging it out right. Right is out, left is in, just like so. Don't you use this because you're not going to go anywhere with that. So yeah, our next tool is extrude inner. What this does is basically you can cut wherever you want selected, and as you can see, I'll show you real quick. I'm just doing basic extrude. As you can see, whatever selected is being moved. So extrude inner, you go ahead and now cut that in half basically. Now this whole entire cube is not selected, and only this is what's selected is going to be moving. So hopefully I explained that well enough for you. Extrude inner is like a really cool thing you can do. You can do like a little step effect by just doing this. Extrude inner, go ahead and go halfway in between and smooth shift it out or extrude it out. Go ahead and extrude it out, as you can see. Extruded it out. Go ahead and do inner again. Extrude it out again. Inner again. Extrude it out again. You can do this as many times as you want. You can make a little step effect. Little steps, as you can see. As you can see that. I'm sure you can do that. You can see that. You can see that. Alright, so we're going to go back. And our next tool is the matrix, as you see me probably use most of the time. And matrix is the little this is what that is. As you can see, you can mess around with your steps. Your steps is basically how many layers. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers in the steps. If I pull it down, it'll be 4, 3, 2, 1, and then none. So yeah, make sure your steps is where you want it. You want to basically have between the number 6 and 5, or 5 or 8, between those numbers. And yeah, you can. This is basically where a lot of the magic happens, quote unquote. And you can just move around your settings. As you can see, you're probably not going to be moving around this one too much, besides when you pull it out. Yeah, no pun intended there. So we're going to put that to 0. Maybe pull it up a little bit. But yeah, this is what moves it. Gives you that little razor type of effect, as you can see. If I put it straight, put it to 0, you put it straight. But if you move it around, it gives you a little razor type of effect. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And this is just what pulls it in, pulls it out, and out. You can do a lot of things. Remember matrix is like basically what you're going to be using the whole entire time. Maybe not at the beginning, because you're probably going to be using smooth shift and extrude inner like I did in the beginning for something. So yeah, just mess around with these more settings. This is what gives it the like the width. You can just play around. I'm sure you'll be able to find out what all this does. And this doesn't really do anything. I actually don't know what it does, so this just stays 80. If it's not at 80 for you, just change it to 80. And yeah. So, and after that is smooth shift. After that, matrix tool, smooth shift. And smooth shift is basically exactly like extrude, but totally different. That sounds pretty weird to say, but as you can see, if I use extrude tool, hold it out, and go back to smooth shift, hold it out, it's almost the same exact thing by only one selected, like only by this. But if I were to do something like this, if I were to extrude it out and then click on multiple faces like so, this is how I did my obey outside thing. If you saw me click on everything on like right here, not anything behind it, you can see what I clicked on. You can see what I did. I only extruded out. Now if I were when I had this all selected, if I were to extrude everything, it would just only extrude it and just pull it out how it's supposed to. But if you were to smooth shift and do this, it gives you a smoother, exactly what it says, and type of circular type of thing. And this is what I did when I did my obey model. So people want to ask that. That's exactly what I did. This is all I did, as you can see. So yeah, smooth shift is totally different when you use more than one selected region, as in like selected either have it be in front and the side as a different selected angles, I guess you can say. Hopefully I didn't lose you there. Hopefully I explained it well enough. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm losing my breath. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I think I went through all the tools and what they kind of sort of do. What am I in? I'm at 9 minutes. Alright. So, alright. So I have this selected. I'm going to go ahead and go to my matrix. I'm going to do a model in front of you guys, kind of sort of explaining how I'm doing it. So as you can see, these are my settings when I pulled it out. Let's say if you were to, basically you're just like, oh my god, I still don't know how to do this. Alright. So right now, go ahead and go to your matrix. When you click on matrix, this is going to pop up. Go to your scale and change all of these to 80. Change your move to 0. This one also to 0. Move this one to 10. So we're all in the same exact place right now. Your steps to 6 or 5. That doesn't matter. So now we're all in the same place. So when you pull it out right here, pull your matrix out, you can see what it did. And now I'm gonna change the settings in front of you so you know what I did. Alright, so I'm gonna kind of sort of pull it, like face it a little bit. It just curved it a little bit. You can see what it did. It just moves it up a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and go like this and give it that little, it just widens it. You saw what that did. It just widened it out. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull this more. Maybe put this a little bit like that. Maybe kind of sort of do a little thing. And alright, so I have that and I want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go here, click on this, and click on this and do the little bevel or the little rounded smooth shift tool that I showed you how to do just 2 seconds ago. When it click on multiple faces, go ahead and make that. Maybe do it like this. Alright, and I'm gonna click on this only and matrix it out. Go ahead and fix this back up again. Hopefully this doesn't touch. Boom, 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 boom. I want to come out that much. There we go. And maybe do this. And move it out a little bit so these are not touching that much. And then I'm going to use a little step effect. And you can see these little faces are selected. Gonna go zoom in a little bit so I see when I'm extruding entering. And gonna extrude enter this. Smooth shift it out a little bit. Extrude enter again. This is the little step effect I taught you just not too long ago. Extrude enter again. And boom. As you can see, I did the little step effect. And yeah. Now I'm just going to click on everything on the face. The face is actually like the little circle in the beginning what we started out with. But I'm going to click on everything on the face except for this one. Go ahead and go to Matrix. And pull this out. Fix these settings real quick. So it isn't so much overwhelming. Do something like this. Maybe make it turn a little bit. Razor effect again. Or razors. Or a little, you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. And alright, so before I go too much into it, you can see like there's a little hole in the model, and I didn't tell you to close. I didn't show you how to close that, but yeah. So if you wanted to close this, all you had to do was click on the inside. Make sure you don't hold shift. If you're holding shift while you're clicking on the inside, everything that was what you previously did last time was still selected. So make sure you just click on it solo before you start clicking on multiple things. Because then otherwise, if you were to not, and you were to click on everything on the inside and try and close it with smooth shift, and you would try to close it, this right here is also still moving. So make sure only what you want selected is selected. So I'm going to go ahead and click that and then hold shift. And then go to smooth shift, and then close it out. And then I'll go back to matrix, click on the inside, matrix, boom, and do that. There we go. Right, do the extrude enter, do this, do the same thing I did there, and there. So I'm gonna stop here. I try to use mostly everything, every one of these tools, and you can see what I came out with. keep on doing that. And that's exactly how I color it. And then just click on other things like this. Let's just click on other. Let's click on the other part that I skipped for the blue, and do probably like a green or something. And yeah, not that green, ugly green. There you go. So as you can see, there you go. You get this cool little, and yeah, you can just do multiple colors. And all right, now I can close it off. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully I taught you well enough, and most likely I'm going to be getting questions. I'm going to be answering all of them. And hopefully you guys, I said hopefully like how many times now? Jeez. And yeah, see you guys next time. I was about to say hopefully again. Oh god. And yeah, I'm signing off now. Hope you guys had a good tutorial day by me and learned models and stuff, and are gonna be using them. So yeah, it's Cecil HQ signing off. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.